traffic. Let's go ahead and get it. If you don't know, I'm a state certified driving instructor. So we're going to talk about some of the things you need to do to be successful. Seatbelt is on. Everything is good. I'm ready to go. So enjoy. All right, so we're coming down to a private driveway. I need to yield for traffic, and that's what I want to do. I'm going to come down and stop and look. It's clear. There's a vehicle there, so I'm going to go to the outside lane because I see brake lights on, so I'm going to stay away from them. This is a service drive, so the minimum speed here is 35 miles an hour. So this is a great place to take students to learn how to drive. You have a lot of signs, you have stops, you have uncontrolled intersections. So this is a great area. Got some warning signs here. And our first major sign is the school zone crossing. So I'm looking left and right. And our next sign is a yield sign. So look, it's either tooting, because cars are coming off. I'm looking and checking. I'm looking too. I saw a lady looking. I saw her look. Saw that eyeball. So literally, you do have to eyeball. EYEBALL. Got to eyeball. So I'm going to stop, and then I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Always look around and always be aware of your surroundings. Am I scanning left and right? Also driving in this type of traffic, this time of day, it's almost 4 p.m. It's 3:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to have a lot of traffic. Chicago, Detroit, Indiana. So you want to drive at a chilled, relaxed pace, PACE. You want to be comfortable. You want to take your time. I'm going to get over one lane to the right. So there's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. This is an inside view today. Cruising at that 35 miles an hour, just scanning, looking for cars coming out, kids popping out. Every time you drive, you want to improve on one thing. It's that speed control. Is it lane positioning? Is it defensive driving? You never stop growing as a driver. I want all of you to know this. So you have to keep that mental mindset and stay focused. There's a stop sign coming up, so I'm lifting my foot off the gas. You've got to look ahead and analyze signs. Then I'm going to squeeze my brake, and I have to come to a complete stop for 3 seconds. These small things mean a lot. 1001, 1002, 1003. And those things mean a lot if you really want to become a good driver. Practice those things. It does take time when you practice. I have to yield, and this is where it gets a little risky here because there's a major expressway to my left, so I'm yielding and I'm allowing traffic to come through. And I have to go here and get some petrol. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. The tank, the gas fuel door is on the driver's side, so I have to go up, and I'm looking very carefully. This is a good outside view, so you have to look on your dashboard to see where your gas pump is. Technically, you should pull it down to the last pump to allow room, and then I'll line my door up. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it on. Okay, I'm putting petrol in. You got to be careful. I always look around. Okay, I'm back in the vehicle. I've gotten fuel. Gas is $4.05 a gallon. I don't know if you guys are in liters, but do you know how much gas is where you're from? My seatbelt's back on. This is the push to start. So I have some options. I can go right and make a right turn out, then go down a quarter mile, make a left-hand turn, or I can go left and pull out to the private drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the easiest route. We have fuel, we're good. I'm gonna move forward, and I'm watching cars. Gas station is a very dangerous place. People are getting fuel, they're not paying attention. And I always wanna be courteous. I'm trying not to block. So I'm gonna go up and I'm looking at traffic, and I'm just gonna wait. Some drivers wouldn't went, but I'm courteous, and I think that's important. If you're taking the time to look at this, I want to show you the right fundamentals. If you don't know, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults, so we're in heavy traffic. I just fueled the vehicle. I'm waiting for a gap. A lot of cars are coming off the expressway. It's almost 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's rush hour. So I'm looking, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in the second lane and get myself set up. I don't want to block the crosswalk, so I'm trying not to do that. Straighten up my wheels. This is an outside view today. My oil life is 35%, air filters 30. I'm looking at my air pressure. Right rear is 31, left rear is 35. The front driver is 36. The passenger front is 38. So you can tell the right rear is definitely low. I think there's a nail or screw in there. Go ahead and accelerate through the intersection. Look, the car popped out. So you got to do multiple things. I'm going to get over. I needed a blinker, but they turned it on. So we're going to be getting on the expressway. And you can hear my blinker checking the shoulder. I see a car coming. So you should have yielded for me, but it is what it is. So that's a great teachable moment. So to keep my space, the goal is not to have an accident. And I squeezed my brakes, I got out right behind him. So you have to drive defensively all the time. You not only have to learn how to drive, but I think more importantly, defensive driving needs to be put into the curriculum. I definitely agree on that. So I'm in a blind spot. There's nothing I really can do. There's a truck behind me, a truck in front of me. So as soon as I can, I'll get out of this. But it's always creepy and weird when you buy a truck. So I'm just gonna keep my space. And how do you guys feel about trucks? Stay around them, do not. Once I see the truck in my center mirror, then I'll be able to get over. Never cut off trucks. My blind spot mirror is still on, so I'm going to continue. And look over my shoulder, gently accelerate. Just being patient. You have three choices. You can get in the lane to the right, that's a slow moving lane. The minimum speed is about 55. I'm in the middle lane. I would try to get you into the middle lane immediately. Make sure you're good. And then I'm going to get up one lane to the left. There's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. And I'm looking in my lane, but also I'm seeing other cars and trucks. Are they speeding? Are they hugging the right or left? Because that's going to give me information to help me make the best decision. Driving is about decisions. And I want you to know that. You have to make good decisions. I see brake lights, now I'm going to squeeze my brakes. So I'm squeezing my brakes, anticipating a traffic jam. Just taking my time. Whenever you squeeze your brakes, you should be looking in your rear mirror. Because I do not want to get rear-ended. So if I did not get fuel, I probably would have ran out. I've been in multiple situations with this type of traffic. I've been really tired. I've been really hungry. Been exhausted before. But also, when you drive in traffic like this, you just have to be patient and understand that you will get where you're going eventually. You need to at least have a quarter of a tank to half a tank of gas. Have patience. But in many cases, you'll see incredible things. Like them getting over, just cutting off traffic. So it could be an accident up here, I'm just not sure. I'm just kind of looking through right now. So I'm starting to pick up, but I'm being mindful. I think you're going to see a lot of impatient drivers that's cutting in to the right and to the left. The motorcyclist, he popped over. So what am I doing? I'm just keeping my space. Motorcyclists have blind spots too. So we're at about 40. I'm making a decision to stay in this lane for now. Traffic is starting to pick up a little bit. I don't like being behind motorcyclists. Nothing against them. I've been on them a few times, really fun. But I always want to give them room. Speed looks good. I'm looking ahead. 20, 30 seconds. I saw the semi-truck get over. And if you were driving with me, I would say, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep your speed. This is a inside view today, so you can see what you and the traffic will be doing. We're cruising at about 55 miles an hour. So Speed control's pretty good. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in. I'm looking for a blinker for this black vehicle. Nothing. Accelerating up to speed pretty good. Just taking my time. The thing I want you to know, you have to take your time. You have to have good speed control. I'm looking at the traffic up there. They're slowing down again. So certain times of the day, no matter how good you get at managing traffic, you're going to have a lot of people like this car. They're going really fast, and it's for nothing because the traffic is moving faster, moving slower than they are, so they're just cutting lanes. They're squeezing my brakes. And then I checked the mirror behind me. There's a lot of debris and trash to the left. Tires, bricks, glass, cigarettes, anything. But this left area, in case you do break down, you could possibly get here, but really it's advisable to get over to the right. I'm in a good mental spirit. I had a little something to eat. I have fuel, so I'm ready to battle the stop and go traffic. And that's a good feeling that you're mentally ready to go. I think a lot of beginners come out and just have no idea how long it would take to get home, how long it would take to get to work, how long it would take to get to the college campus. And then you get stuck, you're rushing, you're driving really fast. Also, they say people who drive Subarus tend to be hyper aggressive. We did some research on this. I'm not saying all people drive Subarus. I don't want to get any hate, but I'm simply saying if you have a sports car, you buy for one reason, to drive sporty. We're at about 30 miles an hour. Traffic's starting to pick up. I have been tired the last few days. We've been doing a lot of stuff at the lab. So your job, your school, your personal mental health does impact your driving. So you have to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I'm getting a little excited. Traffic is moving, but I also know there are huge slowdowns. Traffic is moving pretty good. Motorcyclists just check this blind spot. It's really good to see people do that. It's really fascinating on motorcycles. So now I'm squeezing my brakes again. Taking my time. This is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. So what am I doing in this traffic? I'm just barely on the gas. I'm at about 30 miles an hour. I'm just taking my time. Using my mirrors to help me stay in the lane. Looking ahead at the traffic. A little concerned about the rear passenger side tires at 32 pounds. The driver's side rear tires at 35. The front is at 40. So you're probably saying, man, you got a lot of issues with your tires. Yeah, we want to even, but when you're driving on hot pavement, the air pressure goes up. So starting to pick up again. Traffic is starting to move. No blinker, most common thing. Kind of throws you off and scares you. I try to model the best driving skill set because I'm an instructor and I do take pride in that. I have both hands on the wheel and I'm dedicating my drive in this heavy traffic to show you what you have to do. Drive at smooth speed, keep your control, don't be aggressive in tailgate. Make sure you have fuel. I'm looking around, there are a lot of trucks coming around me left and right. I'm starting to pick up again, so I'm looking straight ahead, aiming high. I'm lifting my foot a little bit. So far, we're probably averaging about 60 miles an hour. I'm looking ahead around the curve. Definitely traffic slowing down again. So that blue car in front of me wanted to cut. See, there they go. They're cutting over again. So don't be that erratic lane changer. And that's what that blue car is. They're erratic lane changer. They're cutting over again. It must have hurt me. I got a blinker on now. Traffic is moving. Last time I took another route out of the country. This time I'm going to stay on this main route. Expressways are usually the safest. There's no intersections, there's no pedestrians, there's no cross traffic, there are no traffic lights, so you'll probably make more time. And I don't know how old you guys are, you can put it in, but they say it takes up to age 25 before your brain is fully developed. A lot of different age groups look at my content, so type into the chat how old you are. Has COVID impacted your driving? Because I want to know so I can better help you prepare for your test. I'm squeezing my brake. Traffic's getting really heavy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So what I'm doing, I'm just relaxing. It could get really stressful and tense right now, but I'm just trying to stay relaxed. And then when your parents or your loved ones drive home, you know, when they say, I'm tired, I'm stressed out, you'll understand it. It does mentally drain you a little bit, but I try not to get to that level. I try to stay chilled, have the AC on, something relaxed. And I'm not rushing. The number one reason why people speed is because they're late, they're rushing. So we're at 40 again. A lot of traffic coming on. I'm watching cars, keeping space. You can probably see that I have more space than others. I tend to drive with more space. And I'm just looking. You see the motorcyclist. I see him, but I'm not steering. I'm lifting my foot a little bit. And I would get you in this traffic and I would say, hey, let's get into the middle lane. Let's stay smooth. Or if we can get into the left lane, and no one's really putting a lot of pressure on us to go really fast, and that kind of takes you out of a comfort zone. So we're starting to pick up, but I'm not accelerating super fast, because if the traffic slows down, I'll rear end the truck. I think your good instructors are very patient. I try to be very patient with my students. They're kind. They listen to the students and the needs that they have. They tell you in advance what you need to do. They're fun. They let you listen to the radio. Here, I was trying to make you better and explain to you what the mistakes are. So I'm looking ahead. I see a lot of dense traffic.